What is 18% of 900 grams? So what we're going to do is set up an equation and solve it. So we can set up two types of equations. One is a percent proportion. So when we don't know what it is, we're going to call it X. So X is 18% of 900 grams. So we are looking at a part of 900 grams. So 900 grams is our base or reference value. The percent obviously sits on one side as a fraction or a ratio. And on the other side, we know that the base or reference value is 900. When we say 18% of the reference value or the base value, which is 900, and we don't know what the X is. Another way in which we could set up the equation, so I'm going to read the sentence exactly the way it is set up. What is? So X is equal to 18% of, so the word of, a percent of the whole or fraction of the whole is 80 over 100 times 900. And this solves the problem or the equation, and we get X 18 times 9. 9 8s are 72, 9 1s are 9, plus 7 is 16, so X is 162. So this is called a percent equation. What is a percent proportion? The percent on the left and the other fraction on the right, and we solve it by cross multiplication. So we have 900 times 18 is equal to 100 times X. We divide both sides by 100 to solve for X, just like we did with all the other equations. We have to solve for X, which means get X by itself, which we have right now. And once we cancel the zeros, 9 times 18 we've already calculated is 162 equals X. So now think in a sentence. So 162 is 18% of 900 grams. So 162 grams is part of 18% of 900 grams, and that kind of makes sense. If we made a huge calculation error, this sentence wouldn't make sense. The car dealer sets the sticker price of a car by taking 115% of the wholesale price. So a wholesale price, so the car dealers buy or purchase these cars in bulk. So they mark it up, in this case 100%. If it is the wholesale price, they mark it up by 15%. That's how they make their profit. Mark it up and sell it at 115% of the wholesale price. Now we set up the percent proportion. So here it's marked up, and up based on which value? The wholesale price of 17,000. That's our reference value or our base value. So let's put the percent on one side, 115 per 100, so that's a percent, equals our base value. We have marked it up based on which number? 17,000. So we are looking at the sticker price, that is the price at which they sell the car, as 15% more than this number. So the reference value is 17,000, and we don't know what this number is, so we call it X. So we get 115 times 17,000 is equal to 100x. We divide both sides by 100 and then we get x equals 115 times 170. So let's do 115 times 17, and we'll add a 0 at the end. 7 5s are 35, 8 9 10. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 1 8. 5 1s are 5, 1 1s are 1, 1 1s are 1. It's 1955, and of course there's a 0, so it's 19550. So if you're marking up the car by 15%, does it make sense that the car is sold at a slightly higher price, that is the marked price or the sticker price of 19,550? So write the final answer in a full sentence. So 19,550 is 115%, which is more than 100% of 17,000, which is the wholesale price. And you think about it to make sure that it makes sense. So this is your sticker price. It's sold at a higher price because it's 100 plus a 15%. So this is a sticker price and this is the wholesale price. So the sticker price is $19,550. Now let's see how we'd set it up as a percent equation. So this is what the question is saying. The sticker price, it's a markup, is 115% of the wholesale price. We don't know the sticker price, we called it X. We know what a percent is. The wholesale price is 17,000. So we write down the equation based on this sentence. The sticker price is 115%, 115 over 100 of times 17,000. And that's exactly how we got the answer when we use the percent proportion. So this is a percent proportion. This is a percent equation. You can solve it either way. Just find, although you have to understand both methods, because in your other classes, like maybe the chemistry class, your teacher might show you how to set up a percent equation, and you have to be aware of both the methods. This is usually how it's set up, but if you're comfortable doing your problems this way, that is fine. But make sure you understand both the methods. Now, in a psychology class, 61.9% of the class consists of freshmen. If there are 42 students, how many are freshmen? So we set up the proportion. In a psychology class, 61.9% of the class consists of freshmen. So 61.9%. So we're setting up a percent proportion. Proportion is ratio on the left equals ratio on the right. Fraction on the left equals fraction on the right. And the question says, how many are freshmen? Freshmen are part of the entire class of 42 students. So I'm going to say X freshmen, which is part of the whole, which is 42 students. So this is a reference value because we are saying that 61.9% of the entire class is freshmen. So 61.9% of, so times the entire class is equal to the number of freshmen. So that's another way of setting up the same equation, but we've set it up as a percent proportion. So we have 61.9 times 42 equals 100x. So 61.9 times 42 divided by 100 is equal to x. We divide both sides by 100 and that's equal to x. So I think the best thing, if you see 100 in the denominator, 1,000 or 10, division is easy. You don't have to do long division, so might as well spend a little bit of time multiplying using the long multiplication technique. 9 times 2 is 18, 2 ones are 2, 3, 6 twos are 12. Right now I'm not worrying about the decimal point. 9 times 4 is 36, 4 ones are 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 fours are 24. So we have 8, 6 plus 3 is 9, 7, 8, 9, 5, 2. And I'm going to place a decimal point. There's only one decimal place value in both the numbers. So I count the total number of decimal places, which is 1, and I get this. So I have 2599.8 divided by 100. So when you divide by 100, you shift the decimal point 2 places to the left, which makes it 25.998 freshmen. So same thing here, 25.998. But you have to remember we are talking about freshmen. So you can say roughly, we have to make it a whole because we are talking about people, roughly 26 freshmen. So 61.9% of 42 students is about 26 students, which is the same as saying there are 26 freshmen in a class of 42 students. And just think about it if it makes sense. 50% of 42 is half, which is 21, and it is over a 21. So it makes sense. I think we've done the calculations correctly.